Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 14 of my PySimpleGUI lessons. In today's video, we're going to be creating traffic lights by updating buttons. So the final result is going to be something like this, where there's 3 buttons. One is green, one is yellow, and one is red. They're going to be arranged in a horizontal formation, and they're going to be pretty big rectangles. Alright, so let's get to it. First, we import PySimpleGUI as SG, and then we make the layout. In the layout, there's 3 lines. The first line is green with the key. Let's just call it green, and then let's give it the color. So the first one is text color. We can make it black. And then second one is background color. Let's make it green. And then go to the next one. Copy and paste it. It's faster this way. Okay, this one, let's turn it to yellow. It's yellow. And then turn this to yellow. Turn this one to red. Then this to red. And then make this. Give it the layout. And while true, event values equals window.read. Print the event. If event equals none, then we break, and then we close the window at the very end. So let's run this to make sure it works. Okay, so there's the 3 buttons, and they have the correct colors. But if we compare quickly to the one we want at the very end, these buttons are way too small. So let's change the size. So for size, let's change it to say 20 and 9. 20 and 9. Let's check out the green first. Okay, so that's about the size we want. We can write that for the other ones as well. Okay, let's run this. Okay, so this looks really similar to the one we have here now. And the next step is to make it so that when we click one of these buttons, the other 2 buttons turn gray in the background. So in order to do that, we need to have 3 if statements during the event. Like if green gets picked, then the other 2. If yellow gets picked, then these 2 need to turn gray. And if red gets picked, then yellow and green need to turn gray. Okay, let's do that. So first, let's work on green. If event equals green, and then so we need to change all 3 of the buttons in order for this to work. If we change green, so green is the one that got picked here, so we just change this one to green. Don't forget the equal signs here. And then make one for yellow and red. So change this to yellow, and this to yellow. And we can change this to red, and this to red. Red. Okay, so let's test this out. Okay, so if I click green, oh, I'm sorry, these 2 should be both gray, because green is the one that's supposed to be picked. So now, let's run it, and, sorry. If we press green, then these 2 turn yellow, just like we wanted. So now, let's code the code for yellow. Pressing yellow, green and red should turn gray, and when we press red, yellow and green should turn gray. Okay. So first, if the event is yellow, so the middle one, green would have to be gray, and the yellow would have to be yellow now. Let's test this out. So when we press green, these two turn gray, and when we press yellow, these two turn gray. And for the last one, we do the red. If this is red, then we turn this to gray, and this turns to red. Let's run it. Okay, we press green, these two turn gray. We press yellow, green and red turns gray. And when we press red, yellow and green turns gray. Okay, so that's basically all of the code. And you might be wondering why we need all three. Like, for example, when we want green, why don't we just keep green as is? Why do we need to have this line that tells us for green to turn green? Well, that's because we need to think about the other actions that can happen. If somebody chose green and then wanted to choose yellow, if we didn't have this yellow line, then this would also be gray. We don't want that. We want yellow to light up. So that's why we have all three lines here. Alright, that concludes lesson 14 of my PySimpleGUI course. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And remember, from novice to pro, work for tuition helps you grow.